It's brought in right side by Ginn. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They go play action. Bridgewater letting one, looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Saints have taken the early lead. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's Mayfield. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And he's taken down here by the Saints. A.J. Klein in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast, and a big sack. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. To throw, Mayfield. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. Mayfield to throw it. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They're indeed going. It's Mayfield. He finds Beckham complete. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And that will force a turnover on downs. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
on 2nd and 7. Bridgewater. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 21. Mayfield on play action. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hunt. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Mayfield. That's out to Chubb, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So in Saints territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. It's caught by OBJ. And some space. Odell Beckham Jr. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, 44 yards. And the Browns are back within a score. Greg Joseph on for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Saints 14, Browns 7.
Joseph now to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now Bridgewater. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Bridgewater on first down. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. A second down throw for Bridgewater. Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, New Orleans. Ted Ginn, 56 yards. And the Saints add on to their lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Well, not so fast.
No, not at all, because they end up pushing the lead up once again. And you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. That one is caught by Hunt. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his legs.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, they're going to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a third and about 4.
Taking down at the 43-yard line. A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's third down.
Check, 47. Come on, dude.
Play fake. Mayfield. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. A.J. Klein able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Watch tight, tight is right. Watch tight, tight is right.
And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. Final play of the half, Mayfield into a double team, and it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 26. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Lutz with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Check. Watch a slant, watch a slant.
Back to it after the pick 6. Mayfield. It's caught. Beckham. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 25 yards that time. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put him on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Mayfield now. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Mayfield looks to throw, and he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Johnson the intended target, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide-open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
And you just kind of get the sense that this team's been snake-bitten a little bit here. They just have not had anything go their way.
It's like they collectively walked under a ladder on their way into the stadium. What else could go wrong?
They try the 50-yarder and miss it, and now this offense has it 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. Now a pass hauled in downfield. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who is a complete guy, who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their own 23. Now Mayfield. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. It's his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he gets...
This is caught inside the 15. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns get a score closer. The point after is good. And that will get them one closer. Joseph now to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Let's go now. Let's set a tone, fellas. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. Here we go. Yeah, Jay. I got you. Mike 22. Let's go, D. Let's go. Ball trot. Mike 22.
Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Credit that breakup to Greedy Williams.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Go! Routine runner. Routine runner. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Go! Check Mike 33. Check Mike 33.
A first down throw for Bridgewater. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Thomas the intended target. And that'll bring up second down.
Second and 10.
Ready? Set. 22's coming. Hot seven, hot seven. And watch the ball. Mike 22, Mike 22. I got one, I got one. Come on. Mike 22 is coming, 22's coming. Mike. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. Run it.
Bridgewater again. It's brought in right side by Ginn. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. That one good for 26 and a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 32.
This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10.
Check 99. Mike 22. 22's coming. Mike. Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Boom. Come again.
They'll throw again. Bridgewater. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this third quarter of play. Back now here live in New Orleans. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. Second and 24.
Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. I'm coming. Mike 22, Mike 22. Watch the screen.
To throw is Bridgewater. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The number 1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him.
And it has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today, but on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And the pressure gets to him again.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Beckham the return. Are in. Touchdown.
When you've got a guy that fast back there to receive punts, that's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach. It's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they mishit the ball and kick it right to him.
Point after, up and good. And that will shave one more off this lead. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Their own 26-yard line.
Here we go. Let him know.
Here's Murray now as they run it to start the drive. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to second and 4. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
Check, check. Lucky.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 45 yards. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Here we go.
Bridgewater here to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Terrence Mitchell. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Both set. 20. Get
Following the interception, Mayfield. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. Give them 32 on the play. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ball game.
Hey, 133. 47. Check, 47.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield looking for the out route. It's completed to Landry. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running.
And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. A.J. Klein in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. He's got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Joseph. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. So still a chance with just over 20 seconds to go, but they need to get this one back, no doubt. And the Saints are going to get to this one, so that should about do it. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
Check.
Throwing here, Bridgewater. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. But, Charles, we saw a comeback bid fall. Give them credit. They were able